For many people, summer is coming to an end, and for others, it's just a season away. Now, regardless of which category you fall into, you can probably relate to having ice cream in the summer. Ice cream is a pretty big symbol of summer, and now I don't know if any of you have actually experienced buying ice cream from an ice cream truck that drives around selling ice cream. It's quite the rare occurrence nowadays. They are very, very rare to see, but fortunately I actually saw one a couple years ago. It was coming down my street and I ran outside and bought some ice cream. It was a pretty fun experience, but like I said, you don't really see them much anymore. Now I bet even a rarer occurrence is seeing a monster truck that's also an ice cream truck, and that's what we'll be talking about today for Chad Anderson's birthday request. Happy birthday, Chad Anderson, aka Dusty Vanderson. He goes by both names, and you can check out his channel. He makes amazing content, very, very funny videos, especially his comedies, so I definitely recommend checking out his channel. The link to it will be in the description below. Now, I hope you have a great day today, Chad Anderson. I hope maybe you get some cars or planes for your birthday. Let me know in the comment section below. Now, if any of you out there would like to make a suggestion or a birthday request of your own, please do this one thing before doing so. Watch the video in the description below. It's right at the top of the description, and in about 12 minutes, it explains how to make a proper suggestion so you don't make an invalid one that I cannot accept and do for you. So please do that. I'd really appreciate it. And now, without any more talk, let's get right into a review of the Ice Screamer. We have a few things to talk about this character, his releases, his appearance, and of course the review of the diecast itself. So let's talk about his appearance first, because then everything after that will make much more sense. So if you guys don't know, Ice Screamer appeared in Monster Truck Mater, which is a Cars Toon short in the Mater's Tall Tales series. Now this series consists of a lot of different shorts featuring Mater as the main character, where he becomes an exotic profession or occupation, but as the title hints at, they're most likely not true. He probably made them up to make himself look better or to just simply provide a funny story. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that the characters in these shorts do not exist, because as we know, some of the characters in the shorts are actually in the movies, like Nurse Corey Turbowitz, and of course Mia and Tia, who actually appeared in all of the Mater Tall Tales. So we really don't know for sure if there is any truth to any of these shorts, because there certainly might be. However, I wouldn't go all the way to saying that they're completely true, for the main reason that they're called Mater's Tall Tales, and the fact that Lightning McQueen doesn't remember anything about them, even though Mater claims that McQueen played a major part in the story. Now, getting to Ice Screamer's role in Monster Truck Mater, he was simply the first opponent that Mater went up against in the Monster Truck fighting ring, and by mental skill and a little bit of luck, Mater was somehow able to defeat this large monster truck known as Ice Screamer. Of course, all of the monster trucks that Mater went up against had some sort of gimmick. His, obviously, is the fact that he's a monster truck that's an ice cream truck. For example, another one is Patio Concrete. He is a cement mixer that's also a monster truck. So you kind of get the idea there. And the funny thing is that Mater wasn't even a monster truck himself when he went up against the Ice Screamer. He was just himself, rusted out, but he had a mask on that had his name on it. So pretty cool. It actually said Tormentor on it until the referee kind of changed his name to something a little bit more menacing, of course, the Tormentor. Now let's move on to the second segment of the video regarding his releases. He was only released 3 times, so this shouldn't take that long. His first release was in 2010 as a Deluxe in the Cars Toon Monster Truck Mater series. He was released in this very same representation. The only difference is obviously I have Rastacarian here, another monster truck, instead of the Ice Screamer. Unfortunately, I do not have the Ice Screamer in the package from any of his releases. However, he's not too expensive if I did want to buy one. Definitely not as expensive as Dr. Feelbad here. He goes for like $100, give or take. I was so surprised when I found that out because it really didn't seem like he became that rare of a release, but he is. Now you might be thinking, RC Cars 5, I'm seeing ones on eBay for $10. What are you talking about? Well, you're most likely seeing one from China, a Chinese seller. Those are fake. They're counterfeit, they're not real, they're not legitimate. So if you want to get a real one, you're going to most likely have to buy one in the package or buy from a legitimate seller that you know is selling a real one. However, the ones from China are decent quality and they're only $10, so that's not a bad deal if you don't mind having a fake one. Here's the Monster Truck Mater description. Mater said he used to be a monster truck superstar, the Tormentor. He and Lightning McQueen wrestled the biggest and baddest monster truck of them all. Is it a true story or a tall tale? Find out in the smash and short film Monster Truck Mater. Now, I don't really believe that you find out if it's a tall tale or a true story, but you can definitely make some inferences. So that really just reinforces what I already told you guys. Now, also in 2010, he was released in a 3-pack exclusive to Toys R Us that also included Frightening McMean and Beanie Hat Mater, another really cool release. That's also very rare nowadays. And his most recent release and last release was in 2013 when a lot of the Monster Truck Mater releases actually got re-released. Here I have Rastacarian again, and on the back you can actually see Ice Screamer. So he got re-released in 2013, which also made him a little less rare. However, Dr. Feelbad was also re-released in 2013, yet he still goes for $100. So just a little bit of information about the Monster Truck Mater releases if you weren't really collecting in 2010. It's quite a while ago if you think about it, 6 years. Quite a long time. So now that we're done talking about his releases, let's go on with the diecast here. Now this guy is pretty unique. I couldn't find many other cars to compare him to, but I did find a couple and we'll take a look at them later on in the video. But for now, let's just take a look at the Ice Screamer exclusively. So I think he is wearing a costume that has an opening over the eyes, and that's what this blue space is here, but it's very hard to tell because there's no depth to the costume. It's just completely flat, so don't really know for sure, but that's my guess. He has a little red dot on his grill there. He's looking very menacing with that expression, very similar to the shorts, of course. He also has this little party hat, I guess you could say, and the package that actually comes removed. You have to attach it, but once you do attach it, I'm not really sure it can come off too easily, so I'm not going to try. I don't want to break it or rip the party hat. He's got polka dots going throughout his entire body, and on the side here is where all the details are. Of course, we do have Ice Screamer up top, a big ice cream cone right there in the middle. And along the sides here, we can see some of the other things that you can actually order from this ice cream truck. Looks like some ice cream sandwiches, maybe a Gaskets ice cream sandwich in there. I know some of my viewers and myself were speculating that the product that the Gaskets company makes are ice cream sandwiches. So maybe this guy sells them. Not really sure. I don't see him on here, but who knows? So just take a look at that. Looks like some donuts maybe. Some popsicles. Looks pretty good to me. I'd definitely be spending some money with the ice creamer here. Here's the back. Nothing really too important. This is actually where he would open up and dole out the ice cream, because in the short, Mater actually fooled him by asking for ice cream. I know it sounds very silly, but you really have to watch the short and then you'll understand completely how Mater actually won against this guy. Now this side looks identical, I do believe. Actually, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the sides are exactly the same. But just taking another look at all of his different options there. Very, very cool. And one thing that I really do like about him is that his rims are different colors. You can see that they're switched. Diagonals are the same. We got red in the front right and the back left, and vice versa for blue. A very, very nice release, and you can also see that he rolls realistically. It's another thing that I do like about the monster trucks and the Hot Wheels Monster Jam trucks. I'm not sure if any of you out there collect them, but they do have a very nice feature that's similar to these monster trucks, and of course that's the same company making them, so it does make sense. Now, the ice creamer actually has the biggest fan. Guess what his name is? Ice Creamer's biggest fan. Come on, Mattel. That was in your days of uncreativity, but here he is. I'll actually be reviewing him very, very soon. Chad Anderson suggested that one. Very, very nice. Cannot wait to review him. I love the way they look together. I just love his ice cream cone on his roof there. Very, very cool. Now, before we compare Ice Creamer to a few other cars that are kind of similar to him, I wanted to do a size comparison of him to Lightning McQueen. So here we go. And as you can already see, McQueen is much, much, much smaller than Ice Creamer. He's not even as tall as his tires, and he doesn't extend out longer than their length either. So McQueen is a fraction of Ice Creamer's size, and it makes sense because he's a monster truck and he's already a truck, an ice cream truck. And I just wanted to mention that these monster trucks are not downscaled or underscaled, whatever you want to say, at all, like some other cars like Emmanuel and the other tour buses in the Cars and Planes universe. They're actually the same scale that they would be in the movie, so I'm very, very happy about that. Here's Mater, because Mater actually did appear in the short with Ice Creamer like this, and almost spot on. I actually feel like this is one of the best scaling jobs that Mattel has ever done, because you think they would either make them a little bit big or make them a little bit too small, but from what I can see, it looks like they did a pretty spot on job. So here's Dr. Feelbad compared to the Ice Creamer, and as you guys can see, they're pretty similar in size, which makes sense because they're both trucks already, and now they're suspended on monster truck tires. And my question of the day to you guys is, which one do you prefer? Which monster truck do you guys like better? I know, it's a pretty tough decision. I can't really decide myself. There are a lot of pros of each of them, and that makes it very, very hard to decide, but for now, I think I actually might go with Dr. Feelbad. I don't know, though. Dr. Feelbad's just an ambulance, and we've seen those before, whereas with the ice cream truck here, haven't seen really any of those before, so I may have to reconsider, but I don't really know. They're just both so awesome. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Now, before I conclude this video, I have to show one other ice cream truck. Mater himself. So after Mater was a monster truck, he became an ice cream truck. Nah, I'm just kidding. I have no idea when or how this ice cream truck Mater comes into play, but it most likely is just a Disney Store creation because they're like, we already have the taco truck Mater casting, so why not just repaint it, make it look like an ice cream truck? And, you know, in retrospect, it wasn't a bad idea. I really do like this ice cream truck Mater. One of my favorite Maters from the Disney Store. And as you can see, he's the same model as Taco Truck Mater, but with ice cream decals on him. Very, very cool. It's kind of ironic, to be honest, though, that in the Toon, he competed against an ice cream truck, and now he is an ice cream truck. But they probably have no relation whatsoever. But I did want to show this in the video. Mater's ice cream and treats. I love that logo, by the way. The like tri-flavored ice cream bar there. Really, really cool. So that is all for Mr. Ice Cream Truck Mater. And more importantly, Mr. Ice Screamer here, who's a pretty cool monster truck. I have no complaints about him at all. One of Mattel's best, and they were really in their climax or best period, I guess you could say best era, during the 2010 time. And I know it's kind of gotten better lately, but from like 2011 to 2013, I just feel like it was at a low point. I'm not really sure how that happened. It was probably because of distribution, but that really is a topic for another video. So, happy birthday, Chad Anderson, aka Dusty Vanderson. I hope you're having a great day, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, lived up to what you hoped it to be, and it made your day just a little bit better. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I hope you got some cars or planes that, you know, help complete your collection, make you one step closer to having all of those Disney cars and planes. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I don't think I'll be able to do an extra video this week, but I did do 2 extra videos last week, so I hope that kind of can make up for this. So, I'll see you guys on Thursday for another suggestion video. See you guys then. Bye now.